a cold night at the foot of the Rockies. EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Tannehill going to hand to Henry on the option. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
That thing's
touchdown. That's caught at the 2. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that nearly an interception here on its opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points. I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play, won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Now Tannehill, escaping the pressure right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
And the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now it's Tannehill. And it'll be caught by Des Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Back to 38. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler, Julio Jones. Touchdown, Titans. Julio Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively. And, Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, it feels like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive. And it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Well, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we?
man. I've been 10 toes down. That's what my shit sound like this. I ain't make none of this up. Big Griselda, Black Soprano family. Butcher coming, nigga.
I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the interception, here's Tannehill, letting one go deep for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. 2nd and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. To throw is Tannehill. And this is caught. It's Brown. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. 21-0 our score after 1. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try to get things settled down a little bit.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
From the 39, Bridgewater. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play fake. Bridgewater. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Broncos are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. From the gun, Bridgewater. This one swung out to Williams. Touchdown, Broncos. Javonte Williams. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. he will score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
If you didn't know it, it won't
That
surprise you to
nigga's
find
so
out that this
tough,
team
bro.
leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team
Romeo is
all
so
season
tough,
long.
bro.
There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced
That
in the
nigga,
ways of offense.
Extra point
that
by
nigga really
Garrett is
gifted, dude.
up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another
Keep his
kickoff.
responsibilities low, and that nigga's making moves.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a
Don't
touchback.
give him too much field play. Let him do special teams.
Denver offense at the line,
That
ready to
nigga
go.
eat.
And there, of
He
course, was a lot of
capitalizes
talk
on
about this
everything that
ball
he get an
game coming
opportunity
into
to do,
play.
bro. I
Two
can't even.
division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the
Just
talk
throw that shit,
about this
please.
game coming into play,
Oh,
you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Play action now. Bridgewater. And this one completes to Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so they dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And again, it's Bridgewater. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Bud Dupree drops him for a loss of 12. And
nigga going out, somebody's coming in. Like,
so they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returnable for Grant. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making the play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
On second down, here's Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Forced out to his left. Looking deep for Julio. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Henry running right through him. Gets through and now an opening.
Oh my God.
And he's taken down, but not before
Oh
he
my
gets to the
God.
Broncos' 23-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their
That nigga
timeouts.
tried to pull a Marshall
They'll
Lynch.
stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Tannehill to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you have 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. If you get careless with the football, look out.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Bridgewater. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal.
I think he turned up from last game.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. A give to Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Second down and goal. Tannehill. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
I'm gonna be stunting like this until I'm 70, probably longevity. Grind and make sure your cash is strongest, but it's still about who lasts the longest. This real shit. I watch niggas cop cups.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Harold Landry, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. They're going to look to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Third and short yardage. Bridgewater completes it to Fant on the right side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right.
Touchdown! Devontae Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. McManus's point after is good, and the lead's down to 24. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Titans. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll work his forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. Quick slant here to Smith. And he will have the Broncos' 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Welcome back now to Denver. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
That could have been me. I think about it every day. Yeah, that could have been me. I think, you know what I'm saying? That could have been me. I thought it was an answer every call from jail, because that could have been me.
1st down, Bridgewater. He'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They go play action. Bridgewater. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Bridgewater again. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First down, a run with Cohen. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive.
What you get from targets?
Passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Oh, this time it didn't have a back.
I couldn't find one.
Yeah. A what?
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
He said it.
To
throw is Bridgewater. And all the way down inside the 40.
You did the brown stuff that you want?
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over.
You picked the right day to try to find some good bags.
They don't want to get so soft
You
now.
picked the right day.
Just throws the ball all over the place against them. Gets big yardage and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he gets It's halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, you
They got to that last run and thinking to themselves, we had to wait all
when
day
I told
to
you
play
when I
this
was going
night
to the
game,
grocery store,
and we're still
I had
not
to be at
able to
Flying
run the
V.
ball the way we want to.
I could have been
This
like, you know
defense,
what?
they've risen to the challenge all evening long.
See how I'm getting groceries and stuff.
Williams again, and he's across
Ain't no
for
one right
the
down here.
touchdown. Too little, too late,
Oh, shit.
but he does get
Yeah,
in
wait,
for
that's the closest one?
6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did, my good
Give me a
man.
Waldorf, for real. I swear it's a party city on this
Got it
side.
down here, but closer to the goal
Don't
line,
hit the door.
it's the running game that gets him
You
home.
almost hit the
Certainly
door.
appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice
Look at
change up there
2020.
going to the running game to get them over the
Look
goal
at
line.
2020.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it
You know, I
away.
hated carrots as a kid. I hated carrots as a kid.
Charles, you said
Like,
earlier this
to
defense
this day, I
is
want to
going
eat that shit
to
back.
own these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance.
Why you
It was
forced
evident
yourself?
pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
73 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
I mean, I'll eat them if it's in something or if it's like shredded, but just to get like a carrot and just.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I'm doing that like time.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Might have to tap in.
Call it no gain that
Tap
time.
in,
It's going to
tap
leave him
in.
with a 3rd and
Tap
about
in.
3 to go.
Good. I don't even go to Whole Foods. Plus, we got a mom's market out here. That's like the closest thing to a Whole Foods.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry.
It's pretty much.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019.
That was
You
crazy.
didn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he proved it right there.
He really turned this nigga up. Like, as soon as he hit 99, bro, he just started doing miraculous shit.
I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point. Oh, Cohen lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Hey, where you at right now? You in the living room?
The chance of wasting this
All right,
starting
pick a spot at the table.
A real threat. This is 3rd and
At the edge of the table, though.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can buy.